Collaboration over competition. How you doing, guys? I wanted to tell you a quick story about something that happened today and something that you no doubt will come across over your career, and I want you to think about it in advance on how you're going to handle it when it happens, because handling it the correct way could make you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars more over the course of your career. So I went on an appointment this morning and I walk in the front door and it's a good appointment. I can tell, distressed property, person's in a distressed situation, they need to sell, they owe very little on the property. I'm in the middle of my rapport building, probably been there about 30 minutes. And then she tells me, she says, well, I just want to be honest with you. I did have someone else come out yesterday and I think he just pulled up and he was going to drop off his offer. So she opens up the door and he's talking outside for a second, and then the door fully opens and he steps inside and I see who it is, and it's somebody that I'm friends with, somebody that I know. It was John, if you guys are in the group and watching. So anyway, so things can go one of two ways when this happens, and this happens a lot. I'll tell you some other scenarios in a little bit. We could just compete with each other. He can say, okay, well, I'm going to offer 105. Then he leaves. I'm still there. And I say, well, I already see his offer, so I'm going to go 110. Then she calls him back and he's like, all right, Scott offered 110. I'll go 115. And we can just compete with each other until in the end, we both way overpay for it. Somebody gets it way overpaid and there's no money left in the deal. Or we can collaborate. And so what ends up happening, I'll tell you about this scenario and I'll tell you about others. What ended up happening is I more or less just called it off at that moment. I'm sitting there and he's like, oh, you can finish. And I said, no, that's okay. We'll just work together. We'll just work together. I would much rather work together and leave the price where we're at than us compete with each other and just keep going up on the price. And then there's no money left for anybody. So we end up working together on the deal. Then when we get it and when we sell it, we'll end up making more money collaborating than we would have if one person got it and we were competing. Does that make sense to everybody? I've had situations, and I had one recently with Mark, where we were on an appointment. I was on the appointment with Mark and they said another investor was coming. I never even spoke to him, but I saw out of the window who it was, and it was another guy I knew. So we made our offer, we left, we went to the car, and I texted him. And so we started, basically, we agreed that I told him what our offer was, and we agreed that we were just going to split it and do it together, rather than us competing. So he made his offer right at where our offer was. Regardless of who the seller picked, we were going to split the assignment fee, which we did. This has happened, I can't tell you, countless times over my career. Most people in the area I either know or friends with, or people that are in our program. And so when we run into competition, it's much more profitable to work with them and say, listen, rather than us compete it and run up this bid, we're going to do it together and we're going to split it. 100% of the time we make more money. Now, every now and then I'll come across somebody who does not collaborate, and I'll see it's a competitor who's like, nope, I'm in my own world and I'm not going to work with you. And I'll get them, but generally I'll end up bidding it up to where I'll still win, but make a very little small fee on it, where if we had just worked together, probably could have made a 40 grand fee and each got 20, and instead I'll end up winning it and make a 5 grand fee. Does that make sense? And so I wanted to share this with you because you will come across these situations over the course of your career. Whether it be local, be long distance, you're going to have friends that are in the business, you're going to have competitors, you're going to have colleagues, people that are doing the same business you're doing, and sometimes a seller is calling every postcard, or they're calling every website, or they're calling everybody they can think of. Well, a good chunk of those people they're calling are people that you're going to know, do business with, and be friends with. And so it is 100% more effective to work together. Work together instead of against each other. Collaboration over competition. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I promise you, start thinking about it now, because this situation will come up. You are going to be in this situation, be it a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, or next month, or tomorrow morning. You are going to be in this situation. And so think about how you're going to handle it now, so that when you're in it, you'll know exactly what to do. And I promise you, you're going to make more money by collaborating than you're going to do by competing with each other. That's all I got for you guys today. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.